Oh hey YouTube, what's really good? My name's Vivid Color and today we are returning to top 5 videos. Now I know we haven't done one of these in months, so if you want to watch the first two, the links will be in the description down below. Definitely go check them out. I think they're a really good example of how far I've come as a creator, and they're maybe also kind of fun. Maybe? So since it's been so long, I picked a topic today that would be relatively easy for me to get into to sort of brush the rust off. So that topic is going to be my top 5 favorite Pokemon in the Alola region. Before I get into this though, I want you to go ahead and answer the question of the day today, which is going to be, what should my top 5 for next Tuesday be? I'm going to have these on each of these videos because as much as possible, I want your input on this series. I want you guys to make as many decisions as possible. So, should my top 5 for next Tuesday be my top 5 favorite Alolan forms that currently exist? So like Alolan Marowak, Alolan Ninetales, etc. Or should it be top 5 Alolan forms I want the most in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? Give me your answer in a comment in the comment section down below, and without any further delay, let's just get into this. Coming in at number 5 is Ribombee. Ribombee stole my heart early on in Pokemon Sun and Moon because it's incredibly cute, which is referenced by its pre-evolution Cutiefly. Other than being absolutely adorable, it also kind of has the ability to take souls once in a while. It has one of the best speed stats in the Alola region, its typing is incredibly unique, and it gets access to a really interesting move pool. It's not the deepest move pool, but it's interesting. And within that move pool is Pollen Puff, which I think is one of the most unique moves added in this generation. Pollen Puff is a 90 base power special bug type attack that when it targets an enemy, it does damage, but when it targets an ally, it heals. And I just kind of think that's hella cool. Really though, Ribombee is just here because I think it's absolutely adorable. The next Pokemon is the Pokemon that I claimed hands down was my favorite in the Alola region when Pokemon Sun and Moon came out, and that Pokemon is Araquanid. Obviously, my opinion has changed, but I still really like the Water Spider. Water Bubble is an incredibly unique ability that lets it hit hard even though its offensive stats are less than stellar. It also has really good defensive stats that let it play sort of an interesting tanky role. Mostly though, I just think Araquanid looks cool. I mean, look at this thing. If I saw one in real life, I'd be incredibly terrified, don't get me wrong, but it would be a really dope creature to be terrified of, right? Okay, so coming in at number 3 is the Cataclysm itself, Tapu Bulu. I normally don't include legendaries in these lists, but Bulu gets a pass. It's my favorite Tapu by a mile because I love it when my grass is green, so naturally grassy terrain is my favorite. It hits incredibly hard with Wood Hammer, and don't even get me started on the bulky Leech Seed and Horn Drain variants. I am in love with bulky sets that just sap life from other Pokemon. I honestly just think that everything about Tapu Bulu is fantastic. Its design, its typing, its uses in battle, 10 out of 10 would fill a pasture with Tapu Bulus. If you know anything about my preferred playstyle, then you know that I love to grind out value in battles and I love stally tactics. Enter Toxapex. This one was a sleeper for me in Sun and Moon because I didn't fall in love with it right away, but when I fell hard. Toxapex is the epitome of a passive defensive pivot, and I love it for that. It takes negligible damage from most neutral hits and even some super effective hits. It can recover a sweet chunk of health just by switching out thanks to Regenerator, and it can set up toxic spikes. Be still my heart, I'm in love. It also has another really interesting ability in Merciless, which makes every attack a critical hit so long as the defending Pokemon is poisoned, and I think that this ability has potential, just not on Toxapex. Like I said, this is a very passive defensive pivot. Offensive roles need not apply. Okay, so here we are at number 1, my favorite Pokemon in the Alola region, the Pokemon that I think is better than every other Pokemon in Sun and Moon. And what Pokemon is that, you might ask? It's quite simple. It's Shiinotic. Okay, so you probably think I'm joking. I'm not. Now you probably think I have some really intense explanation. I don't. To put it as simply as I can, I just love Pokemon that are based on mushrooms. Parasect, Shiinotic, Breloom, Amoonguss, I love all of those Pokemon. It's 100% just because I think fungus is really cool in real life, and that's the best explanation I can offer you. It also helps that mushroom-esque Pokemon always get access to Spore, and I'm a giant fan of the 100% accurate sleep-inducing move, but Shiinotic goes above and beyond this and is the only Pokemon that gets access to Strength Sap. Now remember earlier when I said that Pollen Puff was one of the most unique moves introduced in this generation? I think that Strength Sap is 100% the most unique move introduced in this generation. This attack heals for an amount equal to your opponent's attack stat, and then lowers their attack stat by 1. It recovers health, then hinders the enemy Pokemon by lowering their stats. I think that's incredible design, and Shiinotic's the only Pokemon who has access to this move. Sign me up. All in all though, I really just think Shiinotic looks like a fun guy. I hate myself. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed this, please go ahead and insert really destructive sounding Pokemon attack that like button right now. If you're new here, please go ahead and consider clicking that subscribe button, because realistically, all that's gonna happen is you're gonna see my face a little bit more often, and let's be serious, that's a great thing. Also, don't forget to answer the question of the day in the comment section down below, and feel free to leave your own top 5 list of Pokemon from the Alola region as well. Alright, it's been real, but this top 5 list is done. So if you want to watch one of my 2 most recent battles, go ahead and click or tap on one of the 2 thumbnails over here, and if you want to subscribe, there's a little circle over here with my head in it. Just click or tap on that. Now, I'm kind of done here, guys, and I gotta leave. Bye.